I wanted to learn a little bit more about music that was not easily accessible over the radio. So there was a station in Cambridge called WTVS, which Ted Turner eventually bought from them, and that was at MIT. And at 12 o'clock at night, this radio station would play all black music. Their theme song was The Ghetto. It was unbelievable. Donny Hathaway, Roberta Flack, and I listened to it, and it was amazing. And I would have to sneak a headset. I was the nut who would have the little transistor radio and the headset, put it in his ear, and then go under the covers so his parents would think he's sleeping, and listen to all this great black music. And I heard the Barkays, and I heard music by the Chi-Lites and the Whatnots, and I said, this is unbelievable. And I heard songs that you wouldn't hear on traditional radio. So I started to get bitten by that bug, and I loved R&B. And then with BCN, I heard real traditional, out there AOR tracks that you wouldn't normally hear, the obscure tracks that were coming up in rock and roll. And you put it all together, and I had a passion for music. I used to actually...
What was the first club you walked into and heard all this?
The first club is true. The first club was, believe it or not, I was going to Northeastern University. It wasn't the first club. The first club I walked into was a place called Zelda's. And it was all the disc jockey there was Andrew Ruskowski. And he played the most interesting, unique music. He'd go down to New York every week and buy all these records that were getting played in New York. So that club became like Little New York in Boston for us. It was right outside of Kenmore Square, and it was unbelievable. And it was so exciting. Pardon me?
What songs were you talking about?
How Can I Forget by the Hypnotics. He would... Realistics, and oh my God, there was so many interesting tunes over there. Bonnie Bramlett's Think About My Baby, Crazy About My Baby, and Corazon that he would play. There was just a really great array of music that was coming out of there. I loved it, and it was so interesting because you never hear it anywhere. So that started my bug, and then one day I was going to Northeastern University. I was playing music on their radio station that was broadcasted in all the halls of the school, and you didn't talk, you just played the music, and I was playing everything that I loved. At that time it was mostly rock and roll and pop. And then what happened is we walked to a club called the Townhouse. If you look on TV, Cheers, downstairs is the Bull and Finch Club, Bull and Finch Bar, and that is a real bar in Boston. That was a real place. That is the outside of it. We walked upstairs, and it was an old judge's chamber. We went in there on a Wednesday. Wasn't a person in there, but the disc jockey was playing music, and he was on a platform about 3 feet above the ground. It was unbelievable. And I went up, me and 3 friends, and I said, this is so cool. This is the coolest thing in the world. I can imagine what this looks like with people in there. So I did that thing that you think never really happens. I wrote my name in a matchbook. I gave it to Peter, and I said, listen, if anybody, if you ever need a disc jockey, call me. Now I thought